Okay, what are we going to do now? Well, we're going to try and do the bit that I've been dreading for quite a while, which is the hair. The long bit of hair that's got to go at least to the shoulder level. And I don't even know where the shoulder level will be. Maybe I'll just push the head down as far as I can go. So I basically... I saw a video last night, actually, from a really good maker who decided to sculpt an entire robot in 27 different parts, all out of Sculpey. And what he's been doing is making certain parts, baking them in the oven so they're hard and you can handle them, and then adding more Sculpey to them. And I never knew you could do that. I even asked him, I said, does that actually work? And he said, well, all you need to do is if you're going to bake something twice, I mean, if I'd baked this and it was hard and then I had to bake it again to harden this, you essentially, he said, just bake the first time a little underbaked, just so you can bake it a second time without worrying about cracking and stuff. So I've got a ball. Just wondering what shape this has got to be. It's almost just a rectangle or a square. I'm just going to move her out of the way for a sec and see if we can see if I can rectangle it out. I mean, I could roll it out and cut some, but I want to keep it thicker at the, well, very, very thin across the top to blend into the head. Is that long enough? It's going to be a little wider. That's the sort of top corner there. I think the hair can curve a little bit at the bottom. That's not so bad. Is that enough? That's looking good. That's looking terrifyingly good. I am filled with trepidation in doing this because if there's a way of screwing something up, I'll find it. Don't you worry. See, the thing is, I've got to push this onto the head without deforming the face because it is still soft. Okay. I guess we just... Let's have a look. Yeah, I can't touch any part of that face, really. I can hold the knife, but I don't think that's going to work too well. Okay, let's just hit it. Oh man, I'm going to have to touch the face because I need to get some purchase on here. Just pushing the cheeks in a little bit and the forehead. Ooh, it's not even very level. Let's sort that out. Oh, it's not long enough. We've got 1/2 inch gap here. And that's kind of right there. Let's try that again. I need to stretch it. I need to stretch it a little bit. Okay. Let's just check. That's a little bit better. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to hold the face again like we said. Slap that on, turn it. Oh god, she's got some dents in her face. I'll have to smooth them off a little bit. I don't want her too flat, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's gone off to the side a little bit. To smooth that out, I'll just have to resculpt some of the detail on the hair, but it's getting there. How's she looking from the front? Not bad. Not terrible. How's she looking from the side? Well, we've got to smooth that up a little bit. How's she looking in general? I mean, she could probably do with a little more building up here, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just happy to get to this stage. We'll blend that a little bit. We'll get the old cling film on it later. Yeah, she's losing all the detail on her head where I'm touching it. But it has to be done. Has to be done. Right, so that's leaning back like Darth Vader's helmet, and it needs to just go straight down. Let's have a look. It's not bad. What's that? What's that there? Oh, I can trim that when it comes to doing the hair. How's that looking? Needs to be very straight. Right, now in the drawing, the hair, as you can see here, kind of goes past the ears, you know, it's sort of wider, but the ears are quite sticky outy. I'm not going to build, I quite like this thinner look anyway. It is a bit more Tim Burton-y, I think, to have a big head and everything else a little bit thinner. But that, I think, is the best I'm going to get it. What I think I'm going to have to do now is take this out. I don't know how to take it out. Where's the... Get the tape off. Just so I can get underneath and start joining the clay to the head. Get me tool. Fetch me musket. I keep saying that. That's a great line. Just want to get that into there. I'm going to plonk this onto the body and see what it looks like. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Right, that's way too tall. Let's lift up a bit. I mean, the hair is at just about shoulder level, but it needs to go further down. And I'm going to make an executive decision to snip a bit of this off rather than try and push a hole in the top of the head. It reminded me of when I was sculpting a maquette in college of a cat, which you saw in the first video. With plasticine, you can just get some lighter fluid and paint over it with a brush, and it really smooths it out. But I can't really do that with this. I mean, you can use isopropyl alcohol, which I don't have any. She now has a head on her shoulders, and she's about 8 inches tall. But that is, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I don't mind it. I'm sure I can smooth a few things out. Anyway, let's stop there for a sec. Well, that was stressful. All this snipping and manipulating stuff stresses the heck out of me, because I know I'm touching very soft, warm Sculpey that's got detail that I've spent ages to try and make nice, you know, do as best I can. And in order to cram the thing together, you manhandling it. The good thing about Sculpey is it doesn't take fingerprints like plasticine. It's a little bit resilient to fingerprints. But yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. Like you say, this arm needs to be shortened, like I said earlier. So we're up here in the attic of achievement, where I've been trying to tidy up, and I'm also in the midst of making space panels for the film. But I have made an armature for a Cobra. No, it's not that. It's basically a stand. It's made out of aluminium wire, and I'm going to pop the head on there, and that, ladies and James, should hopefully support the head as we put it into the oven of doom. Alrighty, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Right. I've done a little bit of work on it, but it's not the most wondrous thing I've ever seen. Right. I've got to make sure she's quite stable. Okay. Let's go put her in the oven. I don't want to go in the oven. You're going in the oven. I don't want to go in the How are we doing in here? I'll take that out. There we go. I'll take that one out as well. I think we can stand it on there. That seems okay. Do you know what? Instead of standing it on a rack, yes, I will stand it on a rack. I've changed my mind because I want the heat to get it from all angles, basically. Right then. Right then, my dear. Please don't fall over. Hold on, baby. You're doing well. I got some bad news and some good news.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
The good news is she's out of the oven and in one piece. The bad news is I may have slightly overcooked her. At least the smoke has stopped coming off the top of her head. Yeah, so I adjusted the baking time as recommended by the Google search, and I also kind of got a bit distracted looking online for something and went about 4 or 5 minutes longer than I should have. So she shouldn't really be, well, she shouldn't be burnt, put it that way. The sort of orangey is not a bad indicator. The face doesn't look cooked at all. The nose certainly is, but then you've got different thicknesses. That is still hot to touch. On the plus side, she hasn't cracked or broken in any way. So all I can do is leave that now for a good few minutes and inspect it when it's cool enough to touch. Okay, so what's the damage like? Well, back in the day, I once made a Yoda and I put him in for way too long and he came out completely gloss black. But that was fine, and this is reasonably fine. Now the unscorched parts are not soft at all, they're hardened. Yeah. There's slightly sort of, you can see sort of a mottled, like light and dark areas. That's to be expected. Can I pop her off the one-handed? Come on. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing soft about that. The thinner areas are always going to get a bit, and the top obviously. But it's salvageable. It's not broken, it's not damaged. It just looks pretty bad. But once she's had a light sanding in certain areas and a coat of primer, I think she'll be okay. Phew. Well, that's it for this week. I'm hoping the painting will start next week. I may do, I'll probably will do quite a bit off camera now at doing what I've talked about. And I really want to get to primer and painting, because once everything is literally carved in stone or baked in stone, I can just fix things and help things with the magic of paint, which is the enjoyable bit. Anyway, thanks for sticking along with this. I know it's not as much fun as debating Doctor Who, but my channel is a vlog. Do you remember them? It's basically a log of the many things that I do, attempt, try, fail, etc., etc. You know, for people to look back on when I'm long gone, because the internet is forever, kids. So whatever that means, maybe it's a historical document, maybe it's a hysterical document, it's more likely that. So anyway, I will see you next week for another video. May not be to do with this, it may be something else, but the next installment, hopefully we'll get around to at least firing and painting. See you soon.